Many men believe that being available all the time is a sign of care and commitment. If someone they like sends a message, they respond immediately. If the other person wants to meet, they rearrange their schedule. If there is even a small sign of distance, they increase attention to keep the connection strong. From the outside, this behavior can look responsible and considerate. After all, relationships require effort and attention, but attraction between people often responds to something deeper than effort alone. Sometimes when someone becomes too available, the emotional dynamic of the interaction slowly begins to change. The relationship can start to feel less balanced. Instead of two people choosing to spend time together naturally, the interaction begins to feel predictable. One person becomes consistently present, constantly responsive, and always ready to prioritize the connection above everything else. At first, this might seem positive, but over time it can reduce something important in attraction: curiosity. Attraction often grows when there is space for curiosity to exist. When two people have their own routines, their own interests, and their own direction in life, the relationship develops alongside those things. Each interaction feels like a choice. Both people bring energy from their own lives into the relationship. But when someone becomes overly available, that sense of independence can slowly disappear. The relationship becomes the center of their schedule, rather than a natural part of it. From the outside, this change can create a different emotional impression. Instead of appearing independent and grounded, the person may appear overly focused on maintaining the connection. And when that happens, attraction sometimes begins to decrease. This does not happen because being kind or attentive is wrong. In fact, kindness and attention are essential parts of healthy relationships. The difference is balance. Healthy attraction usually develops when both people maintain their own lives while allowing the relationship to grow naturally. They continue pursuing their work, their friendships, their personal interests, and their goals. The relationship becomes something that enhances their life rather than something that replaces it. When someone becomes too available, that balance can disappear. Every message receives an immediate response. Every invitation is accepted instantly. Every moment of free time becomes an opportunity to reconnect. Over time, this constant availability can remove an important psychological signal: independence. Independence often communicates emotional stability. It shows that someone has a full life that continues moving forward regardless of the relationship. And paradoxically, that independence is often what allows attraction to grow. When someone appears comfortable with their own direction in life, the interaction tends to feel lighter. There is less pressure to maintain the connection at every moment. Both people feel free to choose the relationship rather than feeling responsible for protecting it constantly. Another factor involved in attraction is emotional rhythm. Healthy relationships often develop through a natural rhythm of interaction. People spend time together. Then they return to their own routines. They reconnect again later. This rhythm creates anticipation and curiosity. But when someone is always available, that rhythm can disappear. The relationship becomes constant rather than dynamic. And when something becomes constant, people sometimes begin to take it for granted. This does not mean someone should ignore messages or create distance intentionally. Playing games rarely leads to healthy relationships. Instead, the key idea is maintaining personal direction. Someone who remains engaged in their own life naturally develops a balanced level of availability. They respond when they are free. They make time for the relationship when it fits naturally into their schedule, but they do not rearrange their entire life around every interaction. This behavior often communicates something important without needing to say it directly. It shows that the person values the relationship, but also values their own life. And that balance often creates a more attractive dynamic. It allows both people to continue growing individually while also developing the relationship together. Another reason constant availability can affect attraction is related to emotional investment. When someone immediately prioritizes the relationship above everything else, it can sometimes create the impression that their happiness depends heavily on the outcome of the connection. That level of dependence can create subtle pressure within the interaction. Attraction usually grows more comfortably when both people feel emotionally secure in their own lives. When the relationship becomes an addition, rather than a necessity, the interaction often feels more relaxed. The goal is not to reduce interest or enthusiasm. Healthy relationships require both. Instead, the goal is balance. Balance between connection and independence, between attention and personal direction. When that balance exists, relationships often develop in a much more natural way. People choose to spend time together because they enjoy the connection, not because they feel obligated to maintain it constantly. This difference may seem subtle, but it often changes the entire emotional atmosphere of a relationship. Instead of feeling pressured or predictable, the interaction feels alive. Both people bring new experiences and energy from their own lives into the connection, and that dynamic often keeps attraction growing over time. Understanding this idea can help remove much of the confusion that people experience in dating. Attraction is rarely about effort alone. It often responds more strongly to emotional balance and independence. When someone maintains their own life while allowing the relationship to develop naturally, the interaction tends to feel much healthier. If you're interested in exploring more about attraction psychology and relationship dynamics, you can find additional resources linked in the description below. Those resources explore how emotional patterns influence attraction and connection over time.